Hi, I'm Heather, and I'm really excited to talk to you guys about this topic because over the years I have learned a lot and morphed into a new person because I'm actually a mom of four, homeschooling. We've moved across the country, 3 times. We've actually moved 10 times, and my husband has been in and out of work 12 times, so lots of changes and just learning to morph into new things. Naturally, I am... He also travels a lot, so a lot of times I am running the household completely as a single parent. And so just super busy, and at the base of this, I have been the type of personality that I love spontaneity. I like every day to wake up and say, what do I feel like doing today? And just live by my emotions. So that didn't work very well in my schedule where I am the single parent, and I have 4 children to take care of and school, and run a business and keep it all together, not to mention do the finances. So just have picked up a lot, and I hope that today with what I share with you guys that you'll pick up some new tips and be able to implement them into your life. So have you ever felt that life was living you instead of you living life? How many of you guys have felt that way? Yep. Those times when you're trying to get everything done, but there just doesn't seem to be enough hours in the day, and what you're doing just seems to go nowhere because you're doing too much. Or in my case, being a perfectionist, I could get it all done. I just wanted to do everything, and it had to be done yesterday. So I actually came to a point in my life where I just hit burnout recently, and got really tired and knew that it was because I'd let this happen again. So scheduling is very important just to get on top of your schedule and where you're living life and your life's not living you. Okay, there's 4 laws to success. The first one is focus, and I learned these 4 from Dani Johnson in her Time Secrets material. And we have the law of focus, the law of reaping and sowing, the law of promotion, and the law of vision. So whatever you focus on is what you get good at. And you have the choice of what you want to get good at. To get more out of the hours of your day, don't focus on multiple activities at the same time. Instead, only focus on one activity, the one that's in front of you. And really just be diligent about disciplining yourself to stay focused. So I also have heard be 100% there. And this is just so great with whatever you're doing, just be 100% there. Mind, body, soul, spirit. You're just emotionally there, with whether it's with your children, with your spouse, doing the chores, in your Young Living business. So, next is the law of sowing and reaping. And what you have today is a result of what you've sown in the past. If you want something different in an area of your life, sow something new. Choose what you want by focusing on the activity that will bring the desired results. Third is the law of promotion. If you can be trusted with what you have been given, then you will be made ruler over much. So be thankful and faithful with what you have now, whether that be time, money, influence, whatever it is, then more is going to come. In Proverbs 29:18, it says, without vision, we will perish. So it's important to list where you are now, to write down where you want to go, what you want to do, with whom you want to do it, and then your vision will form. A little done consistently over time multiplies your growth. I love Darren Hardy, and many of you probably have read The Compound Effect. If you haven't read that yet, it's an excellent book. It also comes in audio. And I've listened to it many times. But the compound effect is basically focusing on small action steps daily and consistently over time will lead to exponential growth and accomplishment of your goals. This, unfortunately, can work against us, too. And he gives a great example of 2 people choosing different actions. One chose to just blow off exercise, blow off eating healthy, and just eat an extra 100 calories a day. Another one said, I'm going to take out 100 extra calories, so I'm going to take away 100 extra calories a day. And within months, no difference. Within a year, you kind of started to see a difference, but like at the 18th month mark, the one that was eating healthy lost all this weight, was in great health, and the other one was, so it's just like you hit this tipping point where, depending on whether you're thinking of your health, your time with your family, it's just all investing those little small things every day that's going to add up, and you'll hit a point where it's exponentially up or exponentially down. So let me find where it is. So think of some daily habits that could be formed around your goals. Then focus on doing these things until they become a part of you. This could be reading a chapter in a personal development or business development book daily, setting aside 15 minutes to sit with your spouse and talk about each other's days, say an encouraging word or two daily to your children, making 3 care calls per day. So depending on your vision and your goals, try to pick out 1 to 3 small steps that you could add daily to help propel you towards success in every area of your life. So work 6, rest 1. Wisdom established from the beginning of creation by the Creator himself. So each week, set aside a day to rest. As crazy as this might seem, you actually get more done in your week when you take a day to rest, and truly rest. I mean, like rest from computers, phones, cleaning, work, and just take the day to read, spend time with family, go for walks, whatever is restful to you, and not a part of your everyday routine, just to let your mind, body, and spirit be refreshed. I used to go nonstop, believing that if I could just squeeze in one more load of laundry, one more day of classes, one or more calls, one more email to answer, that I could get ahead and then finally find rest. But that leads to tiredness and less productivity, and is actually backwards. By scheduling a day of rest, you can actually propel your week into being more productive. All right. So now let's walk through an activity that has helped me become very efficient with my time and hopefully will help you become more efficient with yours. So you'll want to start, I encourage everybody to start by getting a monthly/weekly paper calendar. And I like to use the 8x10 size. And then buy some highlighters. And first thing you want to do is set your priorities. So sit down and think, what are your priorities? And order them in the order that you want to work at those. Mine personally are God first, spouse, then kids and family time, exercise, personal time, my Young Living work, other appointments, like the chiropractor and stuff like that, and then everything else that would come into your life. And assign a highlighter to each category. Oops. All right, so those are the colors that I chose for each of my categories. So you're going to start out, and I like to do this at the end of each month. I just go ahead and fill in each priority into your monthly calendar and highlight with your chosen color. I first block out the times. I'm at church. I scribble out my day of rest in yellow, and care times, quiet times with God in the morning. So you're just going to start filling in, then add date nights with my husband, kids, sports, events, and family movie night or game night in blue. Then I'll fill in my time to exercise and personal time, such as reading, personal development, or business books, taking naps, taking a relaxing bath. And then I've learned by scheduling the time to take care of my health before my Young Living business that it actually allows me to be more productive in my business and get more done. If you don't take care of you, then there's nobody left to take care of everybody around you. Next, I like to see when I have open times in my schedule after I've done my commitments, and that's where I go ahead and just highlight in green. And I just say, okay, these are my Young Living times, and then I'll go back in, and as I'm calling people, I'll go ahead and schedule the class there or the one-on-one there, or I'll even pre-schedule when I'm going to be making my calls throughout the week. And then lastly, when those dentist appointments or chiropractor appointments need to be filled in, you already have your main life there, so you can kind of squeeze them in where you have the extra times, and you're not double booking or scrambling to figure out, or it doesn't take over your life. And lastly, I also like to leave some white space around everything, because I've found that if I just booked back to back, that stuff gets left off, or you don't get it done. It's good to leave that extra 15, 20 minutes and to, shuffle things around if need be. And I've learned too over time that leaving an extra or calculating in drive time to places so that I'm making sure that I'm chunking out enough time for that. So then once per week, I like to sit down and fill out in pencil the detail of my plan and then go to work on your plan. So this is the weekly view, and I'll just sit down and jot in everything I'm doing each day, and this, and then draw a square around it for the correlating color. And this helps tremendously because it just helps you quickly look and go, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be doing my business time here in 5 minutes. Or I'm supposed to go, play with the kids, and we're going to do whatever. Or get laundry done. That's also family time. So, let's see. This, oh yeah. So here you can also, okay, over on, this is actually in the last view, but it's a great idea to, on the left-hand side of your calendar, to go ahead and write down classes, one-on-ones, mileage, enrolled, and I also do people. But I like to just keep track of how many classes I had that month, how many one-on-ones, what the mileage was, how many people enrolled, how many I talked to, because then at the end of the year you just take your calendar and it's all in there, and you can quickly add that up for the taxes and have that account. So this really takes me about 30 minutes per week to do this activity, and then it frees up so much more time because I'm not scattered jumping all over the place trying to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing next. So schedule committed and consistent time to work your Young Living. Again, first, fill in all your normal priorities, family, personal, and appointments. And then also fill in trainings and events for the month. So I always book out months ahead, Danette's meetings, Jim's meetings, just have them on there and commit to go to them because you're going to grow personally and your business is going to grow. And also I encourage everybody to bring people to these because then they grow. So after that, select the times that you're going to do your classes and one-on-ones, and also write down who you're calling and their phone numbers, and then start calling and scheduling. So at the end of each week, take a few minutes to enter all of next week's items into your phone calendar, so you'll have these alerts on you. And some might prefer to do this monthly because then it's easier when you're out and about to be scheduling things. You can look a month ahead and see where you're at. All right. So I actually have a handout here for everyone. Just some reminders on scheduling for success. So I'm going to start passing these down the rows. Does anybody have any questions? So that's it. Short and simple. Keep life simple. That's what I'm all about. The easier, the better. So thanks for coming and listening. Oh, did we? Okay. Okay, Danny Johnson, Time Secrets. Time Secrets. And Darren Hardy's Compound Effect. Okay.
All right, everyone. I want to thank Katie Guy and Heather Gall. Thank you for coming out here. We just posted the men's class. Again, I'm a procrastinator, so I hope you guys could show up 6:30 here next Tuesday. Have a good evening and drive safely going home.